All right, I'm going to confess, this is the first time I've actually done a show outside the Black Hills. I mean, I have nothing against the Black Hills. I mean, beautiful scenery, great history, original culture. It's the only place I know you can eat a cut of meat off of 3 different types of cow in the same day, lose your kid's college fund in Deadwood, watch a contest where people throw buffalo shit, and yet I still have to travel 250 miles before I can tell a dick joke. I would like it to be closer, sir. I'm just basically saying thank you very much for having us. As far as Wyoming goes, I had to go into kind of like the Rolodex, the Google in my own brain to think about things to talk about. Because as much as I love Wyoming, you got to go by like topic points. So I Google in my head Wyoming. First 3 subjects that pop up. All right, I got Old Faithful, Matthew Shepard, and Brokeback Mountain. Fuck it, I'm telling 10 minutes of dick jokes. I'm not playing that game. I'm not saying there's no material there. I'm just saying those are jokes you say behind Wyoming's back. You don't say it to their face. Not every crowd is like you guys. I can actually get away with that here. I love it! All right. As far as Wyoming goes, you guys are a bigger town. Does anybody actually live in an apartment here? Nobody. Did anybody used to live in an apartment? Do you miss it? Thank God. Every friend that I've had over the last 5 years who has bought a house is telling me, you should bitch about living in an apartment, man. It's 10 times more responsibility, 10 times more expensive. Have you ever had a golf ball fly through your window at 3 o'clock in the morning, cost you $400 to replace? I'm like, have you ever been having sex in your apartment and you think you're hearing the sound of the headboard hitting the wall, echoing in the floor? But it turns out it's just the horny autistic kid that lives beneath you, banging on the ceiling with a broom handle to the rhythm of your humping, because it's the only way he can think to participate. Evidently, it's not just me. Okay. This is also the first show I've done since I became a proud father. No, my son is 8 years old. It was just recently that I became proud of him. I don't have a kid. That's just awful. Oh God, could you imagine? I don't have a kid. I'm just.
I'm not joking.
I think if I had a kid too, I mean, he'd be just like me. I don't listen. That's been a growing motif in my life. I haven't listened. It's ruined a lot of things. Probably the worst is relationships. A long time ago, I was in a relationship with a girl and she was just drilling into me, just chewing me out about communication or something. I don't really remember. But at the end of her rant, I'll never forget it. All I really caught was the very end when she yelled, "And I mean it!" And I just caught those words and I'm like, okay. Most people in this situation would go, okay, this person that I love just said this very harsh phrase, I should probably pay attention. But when she yelled, "And I mean it!" the first words that popped out of my mouth were, "Anybody want a peanut?" Okay, that joke is for the 5 people who know Andre the Giant is. Thank you. Oh, killer. Oh, I decided not to drink tonight. That was a mistake. If I got a problem with anything, it is drinking, but at least I've gotten to a point in my life where I know when to stop. I usually stop at around the time, somewhere between gonna throw up, or I start remembering my Uncle Don's speech about how good little boys keep secrets. That rubbed several people the wrong way. What I love about that joke is it makes me appreciate my mom, because she's gone through so much shit. When I started doing stand-up, I would post, videos of me doing acts like that online, and she's forced to call me after seeing this going, "Sean, how many people heard you say that I had so many abortions in high school that you were born with a walking fear of coat hangers and staircases? And you better be kidding about your Uncle Don!" All right, what we're gonna do next, guys, is bring up one very funny individual. He's the one that got me involved in this tour. I'm forever in his debt. If you get into our comedy enough, you can check out our merch table. But for the time being, let's bring up a very funny SOB, Heigh.
All right. I want to thank Sean here too. Let's give him another round of applause. Love being here today. It's fucking cold out though. Yeah. If you ever listen to Pearl Jam, every time I hear him sing, it sounds like he sinks in the freezer. He's just like, I'm freezing cold. I don't need a fucking jacket. Like, what? You can't get him a coat, I guess. Now, it is true, my last name is Heigh. And my mom, she thought it'd be funny if she would name me You Wanna Get. True story. Now, me, myself, I'm a little bit more clever than that. I was like, if I have a kid, I'm gonna name him Ben. You know, real name, same point across. Ben Heigh. Yeah, I have. I am right now. What? Or Israel? Israel Heigh?
Who's real high?
That guy. The guy who was waving his hand earlier. Oh, okay. But my favorite, though, has got to be Juno Osborne High. Juno Osborne High? You were born high? No, that's my name. Just give me the drugs. Every single time. Now, would you imagine having that name, though, in high school? You want to get high? You want to get high? Please come to the office. You want to get high? Please come to the office. Just swarmed with kids like, are you sure this is cool, man? Or... No. That's a student's name. The other guy in the back just... What? That's a kid's name? Oh, shit. This is medicinal? I have a card? It's not on me? I have, like, guacamole eyes? Do you mean glaucoma? I'm gonna leave. So, me and my brother, as kids, you know, we were kind of like hellions. So, we'd get into trouble, you know, with the kids, you know, walking around town, you know, barefoot, shooting BB guns at whatever we want, masturbating in people's pools, you know, the common stuff an 8-year-old would do. Now, I had this one guy, I think everybody has had somebody in their life, you know, in their neighborhood as a child, that's just that guy that's just like, yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Get off my lawn, fuck off, you know, leave me alone. And you're like, that son of a bitch. Oh, I hate him. So me and my brother, right, we get tired of him, you know, constantly telling us what to do, what not to do. We're like, we're gonna wake up, it's Saturday, you know, eat some cereal, watch a cartoon, get over there, we're gonna fuck this guy up, you know, like, somehow, we're gonna mess his whole world. There we go. All right, so we're gonna mess this guy's, this world up, right? So we get there and we're waiting. So, he's got this nice Corvette, L82 Coupe, 79. And, yeah, amazing, right? Now, me and my brother were like, well, we hate him. So, what should we do? My brother, he's like, well, naturally, you know, I'm gonna take a shit on his windshield. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, I'm with you. I'm pissing right there in his seats. Right? So he's like, so he gets up there, takes a shit on the guy's windshield. I piss in the car. We're waiting for him to come out, because we're not just gonna be like, we got him. Let's go play. No, I want to see his face. I want to see how mad he gets. So we're sitting there, you know, hanging out in the tree, watching. Got like a perfect view of this guy. And he comes out, he's extra douchey, you know, like, oh, fuck you guys, you know, kicking rabbits and stuff, you know. Get out of here, scat! We're like, that motherfucker's gonna get it. Oh, man, he's gonna get it. He gets in there, and we're watching him, and he's like, what the hell is that? And then he looks up at the windshield, and from this angle, I'm sure it doesn't look like a pile of shit. So naturally, you're gonna hit the wipers. Smear shit all over. And at this point, he gets out. At this point, you know that it's shit. You just stirred it all over. There's no detective work needed here. You can smell what it is. He gets mad. His face is just getting purple. That fucking dog! Goes inside to his house, starts bitching at his wife about her fucking dog. And it's a small town where I was at. Cop car goes by. Here's this domestic dispute brewing. Figures I might want to intervene. Goes in there, we're watching still. Ends up having to mace the guy, then tase him. Perfect way to get back at this guy. And it would have all been avoided if my dad wouldn't have just told me what to fucking do.